Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Nutrition Review. Today, I want to share with you a full day of eating. So my schedule has changed a little bit since I started classes. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are my class days. And Tuesday, Thursday are my full 9 to 5 work days. So I wanted to share with you one of my class days that shows what happens when I don't have such a structured work schedule. So this will be really helpful for those of you who are students who might have a little more flexibility in your schedule, or for those of you who do work to 9 to 5, think about this day as kind of like your weekend eating when you don't have to eat breakfast at a specific time and you have a little bit more flexibility. So it is almost 9 o'clock. I have been up since about 7:45, got a glass of water in, did a little bit of work, but on these days, I really try to listen to my hunger cues. So this morning when I woke up, I wasn't hungry first thing. I had a glass of water, did some work. Now I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I think it's time for breakfast. But really, you don't have to stick to specific meal times on the weekends or if you are a student. If you're not hungry first thing when you wake up, that's okay. Wait an hour, drink some water, go for a walk, whatever you need to do to get your body going, and then think about breakfast. So I am going to get a pump after this. So I'm thinking either I'm gonna do some eggs, maybe oatmeal, probably oatmeal, but we'll go see what's in the cabinet and I'll take you along with this first meal. A great thing about not being in prep is I don't have to know exactly what meal I'm eating every single day and plan the day before. So I've really been enjoying the food freedom, but as you know, my breakfast and lunches are pretty much the same and I give myself a lot of flexibility with dinner. So eggs or oatmeal it's gonna be, but I'll head downstairs and see what sounds good. So here is my normal setup for oatmeal, except lately I've really been enjoying cream of wheat. The macros are pretty similar to just regular rolled oats. I don't know, I've just been a big fan of the creamy texture. So along with that, I'm gonna add some pumpkin, shredded zucchini, cook it on the stove top to make it extra creamy, and of course add some egg whites and protein powder for some extra protein. Look at this creamy goodness. So guys, pro tip, if you do have the time, make your oatmeal on the stovetop, add a little bit of milk, maybe a quarter cup, and so if you have some time on the weekends, my new roommates are barking up a storm right now. Tessa, shh. Like I was saying, I do like making it on the stove when I have the extra time, like on the weekends or my school days, because look how thick and creamy this is. You can use regular rolled oats, like I said, cream of wheat. I've just been digging the texture lately. So this is going to be my pre-pump meal and breakfast, and I absolutely love it. So I'll show you the final macros, and then we'll see what we're gonna have for lunch. Not quite sure yet. All right, so for meal number 2, I just got back from the gym and it is actually a little after 1 o'clock, so a little bit of a later lunch, but that's okay. We've been trying out new gyms in the area, so the workout takes a little bit longer than usual, and we've been running errands. So a little later lunch, but I did have a later breakfast, so it kind of works with today's schedule. So this is a new recipe for you all. It is actually going to be a vegetarian lunch, and I'll share with you why we've been doing this for a few reasons. Mainly, it's nice to take a break from meat, guys. For the last, 3 months of prep, I've been having some sort of meat protein for every single meal, and this is just a really nice way to change it up. So I am going to use a mixture of beefless ground beef from Trader Joe's. It has a great flavor and great texture. Here's the macros on the back of it as well. I'll show you the complete macro breakdown of this meal. But what you do is you take a nice big chunk of tofu, firm tofu, and mix it with this groundless ground beef. And you can season it with like taco seasoning, or if you have any other sauces that you really like. And we make a big old plate of the ground mixture together and kind of eat on it throughout the week. So you could use this as a breakfast option, but today I'm gonna use it as lunch and actually make some burritos. So the groundless the beefless ground beef, and the tofu are gonna be kind of like my meat substitutes for this burrito. I am going to use lavish bread as usual, and then a little bit of the Laughing Cow cheese to get it to stick together. So I'm gonna get all of this going, and then we'll look at the final product, the final macros, and kind of talk about this nice vegetarian meal. So a very quick and easy lunch if you already have that tofu mixture prepped. Also the tofu and the meatless ground beef, that's it, are already pre-cooked, so it's very quick. And I actually put a side of cottage cheese and pico de gallo. So these little burritos, paninis, are so satisfying and a great way to just change up the meal options if you're not wanting a big plate of chicken or eggs. And I really like the flavor of it, so give it a try. If you're kind of new to tofu or vegetarian options, Trader Joe's has a great aisle of lots of different options. They have sausages, turkeys, substitutes, deli slices. So go give it a try and see if you like it. So time for another meal, and for dinner tonight, I'm gonna try something new. I picked up some acorn squash at Trader Joe's because 'tis the season and there is squash everywhere. So I'm pretty used to cooking with butternut squash and spaghetti squash, but these little guys looked interesting and fun. So this will be kind of my new ingredient for this meal. And the instructions on it just say chop it in half, just kind of like your normal spaghetti squash, and bake in the oven at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. So I'm gonna get these sliced in half and into the oven, and we'll kind of compare them to butternut squash and spaghetti squash and see if these are keepers. So I'm gonna pair this tonight with kind of a chicken chopped salad, chop up a bunch of veggies, and we meal prepped chicken this weekend, so I'll just get a nice little chicken breast on top of it. Ooh, I also forgot, today a new item came. I ordered collagen protein powder. This is the Primal Kitchen version. Collagen seems to have a lot of benefits in it. I might do a whole video just about that. But dessert tonight probably will be a little protein pudding using this stuff. So I'm curious to see how it tastes and how kind of my digestive system works with this compared to just regular whey protein. So stay tuned for that. So the acorn squash has just cooked for about 45 minutes. I just took it out of the oven. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, the inside looks really good. So I think I'm gonna cut this up into slices. I did already prep my chopped salad. So this is just a bunch of veggies chopped up. I have cucumbers, onions, tomatoes, bell peppers, and 2 types of lettuce in there. But let's go ahead and taste test this. The texture is definitely softer than regular spaghetti squash. Kind of falls apart a little bit more. And also a little sweeter than spaghetti squash. I really like this, so I'm now trying to decide if I'm gonna do like something sweet with it, maybe some peanut butter and cinnamon on top, or just do more of like garlic salt. I think since I'm doing a chicken salad tonight, I'm gonna do some salt, pepper, maybe some garlic seasoning on top of this. I think that would be delicious. But I'm curious to try this with like some peanut butter and cinnamon. I think that would be really good. So overall, I would really try these again. I think it's really fun. They're so cute too. And is a great side dish. So I'm gonna plate this up and I'll show you the final plating and the macros for this meal. So today has absolutely flown by. It's one of those days where you wake up really productive, get a lot of stuff done, and then you're like, whoa, it's already almost 6 o'clock. Where did the time go? Anyways, tonight I do have class until about 8:30, so that means that I'm going to prep a little dessert because let's face it, after 2 hours of class, I'm gonna want something sweet. I'm gonna want something to munch on before bed. And so this is a great combination of something sweet, something high in protein, so both satisfying and will fill me up so that I won't get hungry during the nighttime. So I have made this with regular whey protein, but I am going to make a collagen protein cookie dough batter. So you can make these into like protein balls, but I kind of like it keeping it like a pudding. It reminds me of cookie dough, but feel free to play with your texture and consistency, and I'll show you how you can change some things up. So today I'm gonna do a protein batter because I love cookie dough. Who doesn't love cookie dough? So it'll be a chocolate chunk. This is a chocolate coconut cookie dough. So I'm gonna weigh out a full scoop of this collagen, which gives me 11 grams of protein, so a good protein source. And then I'm also going to put a half of serving of PB Fit. So we'll have a little chocolate peanut butter cookie going on. Ooh. Don't dump that onto the table. That makes a mess. And I really like this because if you eat it with like a spoon or a knife, it lasts a while. You can prep this multiple days in a row and keep it in the fridge if you want to just snack on it throughout the day. And then the secret ingredient to really make this taste like cookie dough is a small little serving of coconut flour. So I'm only going to use about 5 grams, which is only like 3 or 4 grams of carbs. So you're looking at like 20 calories. But it really gives it a nice texture and reminds me more of like a cookie dough instead of just eating protein powder. And finally, 5 grams of just rolled oats. If you like granola, you can put granola in as a little bit of crunch if you have coconut on hand. Alrighty. And then the final ingredient, just some cashew milk until it's the consistency that you want. So mine is going to be in the refrigerator for about 2 hours as I go to class. So I'm gonna make it so that it's pretty thick and creamy cookie dough consistency. Sorry, I don't measure this out. Just kind of wing it. And slowly just stir. You can always add more liquid, so don't put a big old like quarter cup in there. Start slowly and keep stirring in. And here is my final result of my chocolate protein cookie batter. You can add like chocolate chips into this. I think coconut flakes would also be really good. This combination has just been really satisfying for me. So I'm gonna plop this into the refrigerator for about 2 hours as I go to class. Again, you can put it in there for like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, or just eat it as is if you're impatient like I normally am. But this is just a quick, fun dessert that I have really been liking lately and is a way to get some protein in. So I hope you have enjoyed this full day of eating. It just kind of shows how you can be flexible and still stay on track and still meet your nutrition and fitness goals. So I will see you next time for another nutrition review. Bye. you.